Shalom, shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Havashai Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutations to all my fellow Akim that are doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so, making your body that living sacrifice. To the confusion of face Akim that are joined unto our ranks. To the hopeful elect and the Akwaf that are listening and learning, we are the Hebrew Israelites by blood, by race, according to the scriptures, according to history, according to the relics. All right, we are not associated with any black denominated groups of any sort, of any kind. The word black, or the concept of black, is exactly that. It is a social construct which was created. Just as white was a social construct which was created for propaganda reasons, for control. Okay? Now that that's out the way, I'm just going to go into a couple quick videos, and I'm going to open up with this scripture here, because you see on the screen it says SHTF prepping, why owner-operator truckers are quitting in droves. You have if you don't really understand the trucking industry, truckers are very important to America, because America is all based upon merchandise and commerce, and the number one way, well, railway is used, airplane is used, but the number one way that goods and services are transported that is via the trucks. That is the number one way. All right. So this is Ecclesiastes 12:3, and it reads, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. And those that look out the windows be darkened. And the door shall be shut in the streets. And when the sound of the grinding is low, he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low." And it's true. And you can see that America is crumbling based upon the fact that we have this... brother did a video about a month ago called darn it, now it leaves me, this gig economy. All right, with all the app jobs. The fact that we have to resort to app work is just yet another sign of the end, because traditional jobs are disappearing. All right, people with skills are not being able to put their skills to work. All right, because they're doing Uber and Lyft and Uber Eats and all these Postmates and these sort of things. All right, because what's happening is that, and a lot of people that are doing those jobs have degrees. Okay, they have degrees, or formerly had skills, and like the video is about to tell you, why these truckers are leaving the trucking industry and going into different things. There's a tremendous shortage for truck drivers. But flip side of the coin is that the places where they were delivering to are all shutting down. All right, so even this gig economy, you best believe that the gig economy, Uber and all that stuff, is not going to last long. So get it while you can. Get it while you can. Get out there and grind while you can, because this is, hey, let's let it play.
So we are keeping an eye on pre-attack indicators, and I hate to use the word...
Let me go back a little.
Hey everybody, it's Dave. So we are keeping an eye on pre-attack indicators, and I hate to use the word attack, but that's the best description. So pre-attack indicators are, what are the things happening in society, what are the things happening in the economy that are a harbinger, or maybe, I don't know, predictive of what might happen in the future. So are we looking down the road 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and forecasting things that are trouble spots? And one of the things that's continually coming up over and over again, and if you start reading this, is this electronic logging device, this ELD for these owner-operator truckers. So what's been happening is the ELDs, which is basically a computer which tells these truckers what to do. Like, oh, you got to stop here. Oh, you got to sleep now. Oh, you can't drive over here. And supposedly this was all created to cut back on truckers maybe taking a bunch of no-dos and driving 24 hours straight to get a load through. But now the ELDs, they can be reset at a truck stop. You know, if you put your brakes on the wrong way and some microwave tower resets your ELD, you can't move anymore. You have to take a rest. So some of these ELDs are being reset. And a lot of these drivers have said, you know, I'm really getting sick of this because I'm only allowed to drive, let's say, 10 hours. And if I get stuck in a traffic jam and we're not moving for 3 hours, then that all counts. So these loads are not getting through. And a lot of people in the owner-operator community are saying, I've had it. Screw this. I'm not making the money I used to make. Now, here's the problem. A lot of these owner-operators are dropping out of the trucking industry. And so there is a nationwide shortage of drivers right now. And you go, well, so what? Well, let me tell you so what. When you go to the supermarket to pick up your eggs and sugar, where do you think that stuff came from? It came from an overland trucker. It came from we used to call it LTL back in the day, less than truckload. And when I had my little business when I was 19, it was an LTL radio communication system so that the trucks could receive new orders from dispatch to go pick up loads. Because back in the old days, the trucks would drive and the driver would stop every 20, 15 miles and call dispatch and say, you got any new loads for me? And dispatch would say, yeah, turn around, go back 25 miles and pick up a load over at such and such. So it's very, very, very inefficient. So I played around a little bit with the trucking industry back then, and, you know, CB radio and all those wonderful days was kind of a cool thing. But it's not a cool thing anymore. Now it's overly regulated, too much red tape, and these drivers are like, hey, you know, we're not really into this anymore about having a computer tell us what to do, when to get up, when to drive, having it reset on us. We're not making the money.
And see, that lies the problem, man, because that ELD is a precursor to the chip. And the same way that they put that ELD in those truckers, inside the trucks, they want to also put the chip inside of you. And people are going to be monitored the same way. All right? And no one's shopping, man. Why do you think Sears is shutting down? Kmart is shutting down. You had over 5,000 stores shut down last year. Way over 5,000. And they're expecting it to happen again. And it looked like Sears and Kmart aren't going to even make it through the Christmas shopping season. So you best believe that after this Christmas shopping season, there's going to be less shopping, man. All right? Because it's all coming and spiraling to an end. And Esau is shutting down this society because he's done with America, man. All right? Like those fires that are roaming through it and destroying this place. Now, I'm not sure if Esau used this weapon or if it just, you know, if the Most High struck lightning to all that dry foliage and it burned down. If it really was a campfire, who knows? But whether it was from the Most High or if it was done by men, either way it was from the Most High, because the Most High controls the actions of men. He controls everything. All right? And that's further destroying California. And now, to make matters even worse out there, now that I'm on that subject, is that now you got in Loosely, this place, okay, it's called Woolsey, California. You got fires burning over nuclear waste now. So that's turning into a living hell out there, man. And we've been warning you Californians for a long time, man. And California is one of the most wicked places on the earth, man. All right? America is wicked and California is extra wicked, I promise you. The things that go on out there. Okay? Which is going to lead me to my next scripture. Because as a result of that, a lot of these women are losing their jobs as well in these high positions, man. And I'm going to click to the next video. All right? And this is Isaiah 32:9. And it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vengeance shall fail, and the gathering shall not come." So it's not going to be no more shopping. Okay? And a lot of you women, when that thing happened down in Venezuela, you had women who were the day before with scientists and doctors and lawyers, were just simply prostitutes. And that's where you're headed. Here's the proof.
Let's record.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. And salutations to all you all came out there push this word in sincerity and truth. We're coming back at you with another lesson. We've been saying it, and for years and years and years, that these women are going to be humbled, man. They're going to go back into a lower state. These proud women. When I say proud women, I mean from the working class woman who works that 9 to 5 every day, who's making $50,000 on up, to that welfare queen who's getting government benefits and living proudly, you know, getting her hair done and all this other type of stuff, nails and using men, and you know, these women that get these child support checks and all this type of stuff. All these proud women, they're gonna be brought to a lower state. Now there's a new thing going on. We started over there in the UK and London, where these women have lost their jobs and everything, or got divorced or broke up, or whatever the situation is, and brought them to a lower state where they basically selling their bodies to pay the rent to the landlords. You know what I'm saying? And now
you see that? And they're making business and commerce out of this, and they're finding ways. When they shut down that back page, man, and I've never been one of them back page type guys, but when they shut that down, they made all these girls hit the streets, and then a lot of them now are starting to lose their apartments or use their apartments, luxury apartments as well. Okay, let me grab another quick scripture. It says, therefore, hear now this is really talking about Esau, but you know, everything in the scriptures is manifold, because a lot of you women are about to experience this personally. This is Isaiah 47:8, and it says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, thou dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and in one day loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments, man. So you women are going to be brought to a low state, especially you super well-to-do women that's been uplifted here in America, man. All right. As a matter of fact, let me let it play a little bit more.
Has come over here to the United States, where these women are doing the same thing that they were doing in the UK, and also you have landlords who are setting up brothels, basically, you know what I'm saying, for men to come in there and pop women off in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna read a little bit of this article.
So there you go, man. The landlords are actually in on it, and they're using their apartments. Now here in Chicago, every time I walk past the Red Door, which is basically, every know it's a hookup place to go for dudes to go get sugar mamas and women to go get sugar daddies, right? If you're a young guy, you know, and it's mostly an Edomite hangout, but every now and then you see Jake up in there too. But it's a little piano bar called the Redhead. All right, it's called the Redhead, not the Red Door. And I walked past there at 0:00 on my way to my first early morning client, who lives literally a block from there. Okay, it's in an upscale river. Is that River North? No, it's not quite River North. Not even sure what to call it, because it's not quite the Gold Coast either. But nevertheless, it's on the other side of the bridge there, or on the other side of the water over there, downtown. All right. But when I walk past there, when it's still dark out, I always see these cards on the ground. So I start picking them up. All right. And this is what they are. So these women, with all these degrees, this is what they're resulting to. Okay. I start picking these cards up, man. All right. They're all over the place. Okay. BDSM, fetish, professional, dominatrix, all that kind of mess. All right. And so these Edomite women, this is what they're resulting to, man. You were lawyers and doctors yesterday. But now, so they got all these business. I just start picking these cards up, man, because they're always lying all over the ground outside of the club. Okay? So these women are using the red door to promote their businesses. For sex and things of that nature, man. This place is finished, man. This gig economy won't last, and it can't last. America is literally on its last leg, man. You know, it's on the machine that's breathing for you. I forget what you call it. Life support. Okay? You can't put Band-Aid on a shotgun wound, man. You're gonna bleed out. This is Amos 6:1. It says, "Woe to them that are at ease in Zion, and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came." All right? You came to America in slavery, all right, to serve slavery. Some of you Israelites were already here, and your land was taken, and you served slavery. But yet you still run for help to the very people that did this to you and are still doing it to you. All right? And now the Lord is bringing it all down. So with that, I hope this was an edifying and motivating video. Just hang in there, Akim. Do what you got to do. You know, we just got to make do until that time comes. You know, just keep your faith, keep your head up. Call halal Yahweh Bashan Shai Bashem Rakak Wadash Wa Abba Babal.